a good day to be alive, Independence Day actually. And out here today we're interviewing someone that we know that's very independent, an independent lady called Merab. We are honored to be at her store. We decided to come for a field day as Life Tells. So come along with us as we go into this journey of inspiration. Hi Merab, you're most welcome to Life Tells. Thank you for having us. Thank you for giving us your time. We can see that a lot is going on, but we're very grateful. So, how are you today? Fine, thank you. Are you excited to be with us?
Yeah, I've really been waiting for you guys.
All right. So start with telling us what's going on here. What do you do as Merab? What is this that you do?
As Merab, I do chapati.
So right, go on. It's fine. We're on a field day, so please bear with her clientele.
So yeah, I do chapati, homemade chapatis, and yeah, this is where I'm located.
All right, and tell us, where did this start from? So it's just chapati?
Yeah.
Well, chapati and Rolexes.
Yeah, I do Rolexes.
Ah, okay. All right. So tell us, where did this start from? What else? Well, what else goes on in your life? Well, aside where it started from, what got you to this point to start making the chapatis? That's what I mean.
There's a class that I'm in that is called Gang.
Yes.
And I remember it was around March, April, where we were handling the financial capital.
Yes.
And we were supposed to make money twice a week, and we were supposed to give an accountability.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine calls me, she's like, Tannya. She calls me and she's like, can you make good chapatis? I'm like, of course, yes. And she tells me to deliver to her 12 chapatis, which I did the next day. And she continued calling me to deliver to her chapatis.
Yes.
And until, first in the beginning, I didn't have a frying pan.
Oh.
I didn't have a rolling pin. So when she called me, I borrowed a neighbor.
Oh.
A frying pan.
Innovation, yeah? Innovation.
And I made the chapatis and delivered them to her since I didn't want to give an excuse of not making money. Since it was an assignment, I had to fulfill the assignment.
Yes, and in this case, and in this life, we're all for solution finding. Excuse me. We might have problems, but I mean, are your problems bigger than the solutions that you could find? No. So always look for a solution even when you're faced with problems. In this case, she mentioned Tannya being me. So I ordered for the chapatis. We are part of the same class. It's called Gang. That's hosted by Worship Harvest Ministries, and it runs for a year long. So Gang is what has gotten us to this point, start lifestyles, to start making chapatis. It's a lot of good stuff going. I'd advocate for anybody and everybody out there to join this class. So let's go on. So aside work, your personal life, what's your personal life like? Do you have children? Are you married, single? What's going on in your personal life?
I have 2 kids.
Wow. You don't look like it at all.
No, I have 2 kids. My elder daughter is 11.
11, all right.
My son made 1. Yes.
So you have 2 kids, and do you live with the father?
No, I don't. I live alone. I stay with my sister and my kids.
You stay with your sister and your kids, so I believe that your sister helps you.
Yes, she does.
So all right. So that's a support system.
Yes.
As we like to venture on Life Tales into the different capitals of life, we have realized over time that support systems gets many of our clients through their days, which means that support systems are very important in life for anybody out there that's trying to live life. We can't live as islands, and I hope that we all remember that and take that into consideration. For the friends that you have out there, for the family that you have out there, pick your tribe, choose your people, and stick with them. So moving forward, tell us about your life growing up, your childhood. What's it been like?
Wow, it's really been a series of things happening. First of all, I was born a premature,
Okay.
6 months,
All right.
and as I was born, they used to call me a dead body because no one knew that a human being would come out of this. And sometimes when I walk with my mom and she says, "Do you remember the other baby we used to call a dead body? This is the human being we have now." So I used to be very weak, very sickly. So they gave me all those names. I grew up with low self-esteem, not believing that like I could be someone or I could do
Yeah.
something that would change somebody's life. Like, growing up, you don't have a mother. You stay with a single father who is addicted, drunkard. Like,
Oh, I'm sorry
and
to hear that. Yeah.
we used to stay alone.
Just you and your dad.
No, like the kids.
Oh.
We're like 6 from 2 different mothers.
Okay.
And we used to stay with a dad who was
A drunk.
a drunkard,
Yes.
like really drunkard. And so life wasn't really easy because we started moving from relative to relative, relative to relative,
Yeah.
relative to relative, until we went back to the village, stayed with our grandmom since our mother wasn't around.
Yes.
So when we came back from Mubende with our dad, because he was dismissed from work, I think because of
Alcohol or something.
Yes.
Well, whatever reason it is anyway. Yes.
So yeah, we went back to the village. We started school because I remember I was in senior 1.
Yeah.
That is when we went back to the village in Kumi.
Yeah.
So we started school that side, whereby still they didn't like school fees wasn't like they weren't able to pay for our school fees there.
Yeah.
So again, a relative moved me from Kumi to Soroti. That was like my cousin. So I would take care of her kids, and then she would pay my school fee,
Ah, yeah.
I didn't still finish even a year there. I came back home, still in the village, and then my uncle took over, taking care, like paying the school fees. I repeated senior 1, joined senior 2. In senior 2, I got pregnant.
Wow. That was your first.
Yeah.
That's your daughter, the older one. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got pregnant. That was 2009. So 2008, 2009 I gave birth.
Yeah.
So 2010 I went back to school,
Yeah.
complete my senior 4. And yeah.
Wow. Very interesting story. So your education story, does it end at S4 or did you go on to study A level as well?
No, I didn't because my dad didn't have enough money
Yeah.
to pay for us, and we were very many kids.
And how many kids are you, if you don't mind me asking? How many do you
The
know?
ones I know, man, they're like 11.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a whole big family. Yeah, but we are proud of you and we are proud of what you've become to see you doing this as Merab. And so tell us about your relationship. So you told us about your relationship with family, but tell us about your relationship with friends. Are there friends that have pushed you to this point? Friends that have been there and stuck with you through life?
Sure, yeah. 2018,
Yeah.
I got pregnant of my second born.
Yes.
So I used to have a church that I used to go to
Yeah.
since I was born again.
Yeah.
And when I got pregnant, I was told not to go back to church. Since
Wow, you are banned from the church. Okay, I
Since
understand that.
I got pregnant out of wedlock.
Yes, yeah.
And so, I think 2 or 3 months, I joined Worship Harvest. So when
Okay.
I joined Worship Harvest, that's where I got all the support system that I have right now.
Yeah.
People who stuck with me, people who encouraged me, people who tell me, no, you can do this.
Yes.
And then the word that has been taught in church, like it is one of the things that I have held onto.
God's word,
Knowing
yeah.
that the word of God is alive and He has really been there.
God has been one of your closest friends.
really very close.
Yeah.
Because I could literally tell him anything. Like the way I'm talking to you,
Yes.
I can choose to sit down and talk to him the way I'm talking to you.
Wow. Guys, I don't know how many of us out here sit down and have conversations with God, but I can tell you for one, and basing on her experience, for her to be able to be at this point, to sit here and have a conversation with us, to host us, and even for me as a person, the journey that I've been through, I can testify that it is an essential part of life to have a relationship with God. Aside religion and everything else that we might be taught, forget all these sects and different things that go on in life and where there's divisions. But having that one-on-one personal relationship with God is very important and takes you far in life. So let's go on with Merab and catch up on how chapatis go. So where did you learn how to make chapatis? What tell us about? So you mentioned something about take you back. Sorry. So you mentioned something about financial capital amidst the class gang. Yes. So now let's talk about financial capital more. Where did you learn how to make the chapatis? What came upon you to decide that out of everything that you know in life, you're going to choose to make chapatis to make the money? Why chapati?
How are you, my friend? The truth is, I used to work in a hotel as a steward.
Yeah.
Steward is a kitchen helper.
Okay.
So I used to see them make these things. And so it wasn't something that I was interested in. Like, I wasn't even, let me say, like, it has been men doing this.
Yes.
It was just a trick because someone was like, if someone sees a lady making chapatis, first of all, ladies are neat, like they are clean.
Well, that's true. We can see from her stall that she's actually very neat.
So someone was like, I think if you went and did chapatis on the roadside, you would get very many customers. Why? Because like someone would be like, let me go check out what a lady is making.
Yeah.
Let me go check it out. If it is good, then I'll be your daily customer. Actually, very many people came. They're like, I want to check it out. Let me try. Give me one.
Yeah.
And so that's how
you've grown your clientele. Yeah. And so what have you done? What has been your push, your motivation to keep going? Because many people, despite the thing, many people are taken aback by the opinions of people and what people say. So what has kept you going amidst all the things that might be going on around you, amidst the environment, to keep you focused and in line?
The truth is, it has been God.
It's been God.
Because there is when it reached a point when I wanted to give up. I don't want to say that I've been strong through this journey. It has really been very, very hard. One time, it rained so hard. I had just bought my umbrella. And when it rained so hard, my display was here. And I ran to hide myself. And the wind carried everything. The eggs and everything poured. They got broken.
Wow.
The glasses got broken. I wanted to shout because I came out from wherever I was. I stood under that rain. But thank God, I didn't say a word or ask God or do what, because I knew that is where my strength is.
Yeah.
So literally that day, I was going to give up. And it wasn't the first time it was raining and destroying my things. It was almost the third time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has been God. Like, I knew that if He made me go out there, then that means there is a purpose and there is a reason why. He made me open the way.
Amen. I hope we've all had that. It's been good. And at the points when we seem weakest, that's when His strength is manifested. So carry on with us as we move on to the second part of this. That has really stood out for me today. God's strength is manifested in our weaknesses. Yeah. And I hope that for somebody out here, you are motivated, you are inspired by that statement to know that even when things are going south, like really south, like in the midst of the rain when your stall falls down and all your capital is right there on the ground and you have nothing to do about it, God's strength shall get you up and keep you going. So Merab, tell us more. Aside the rain and everything else, but tell us about any other challenges that you faced while doing this.
Wow, there are other challenges. Like some other person would come.
Yes.
And like instead of buying, this person has just come to mock you.
To mock you?
Yes.
How
just
so?
to laugh at you, like, how on earth can a woman make chapati? Like, I've never seen it. And I remember one day, 3 guys came, and it was evening. One wanted a Rolex, the other wanted 2 eggs, and the other also wanted a Rolex. So somehow I'm a talkative person, so I talk to my customers. So as we're talking, they made some comments that made me feel very, very bad. But actually, in the discouragement, sometimes I draw my strength from the discouragement.
Yeah.
And so when they made those comments, I went back home, so down, so discouraged. But I told my sister, and she was like, why do you give them your attention? Like, such people, don't give them your attention. If they want to buy, let them buy. If they don't, let them go.
Yeah.
And I remember that morning, the next morning, I told my sister, you know what, could you take me some pics? I had never taken pics of myself working.
Yeah.
I had never, ever wanted, since it was something like, I was ashamed of my job.
Yeah, I understand.
So that morning I told my sister, you know what, take me some pics. And so I woke up in a good mood. So my sister took pics, and I wrote a brief story on my Facebook page.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That's the story on the Facebook page.
I was like, I'm not ashamed of my hustle.
Yeah.
Since it puts food on my table for my kids and myself.
Yeah.
And so my pastor, the lead pastor of Worship Harvest, is a friend of mine on Facebook.
Yeah.
My pastor took a screenshot of that story and posted it on his wall. And so when Pastor Mose posted it on his wall,
Yes.
it so happens that someone picks interest and sends me a friendly request.
Yeah.
It's called Okelo Herbert. And he heads Untold Stories Uganda on Facebook.
Oh,
And
okay.
he calls me, he's like, Merab, I want to come and visit you. I'm like, yeah, no, it's okay, you can come and visit me. So he comes to the store and visits me. And he's like, I want to feature you on Untold Stories. Is it okay? I'm like, cool, no problem.
Wow. Shout out to Pastor Moses for always pushing us to be better, for always putting us out there and being a very awesome leader.
So yeah, Herbert comes, he's called Okelo Herbert. He comes, he takes pics, then he conducts an interview on WhatsApp. Like, he would send a voice note, I send a voice note too, then he writes my story on Untold Stories. So when he wrote the story, people got concerned. And I remember by then I didn't have electricity, because I wouldn't afford to pay electricity because we were paying 20,000.
Yeah.
So people got concerned. People sent me money to pay electricity.
Yeah.
Actually, people sent me a lot of money that I was able to collect and start up a second business.
Wow, so this is a baby of this. Wow.
Yes.
So as we can see, there's chicken roasting over there. Is it just chicken?
No, it's goat.
Also, there's chicken and goat meat as well that has been birthed from this business. And thank you so much for the generosity of Worship Harvest members, and even for not Worship Harvest, but people that have supported this business. As you can see, it's growing, and who knows where it will go next. So now we have chicken, we have goat meat, we have chapati. How do you balance all these and still have time for your family at home? As you said, you have 2 kids.
Sundays I don't work. That's my time with my kids.
Yeah.
And the other side, I have someone working. I only work on the chapatis since it's a bit easier. Someone works the other side, and when I get back home, sometimes I really go when I'm really very, very tired.
Yeah.
But I make sure on Sunday I have time with my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, one of my daughter sometimes helps me here.
Okay. Oh, I see that. Oh, wow, that's very interesting. So, so your daughter actually spends time here and gets to teach. I'm sure from that she learns too, and that grows your bond as mother and daughter.
She actually knows how to make chapati.
Wow, and I'm sure she has learned from you.
Yeah.
Personally, I'll speak from my own experience. Merab makes really amazing chapatis. So for any of you that happen to be around Kitintale, Bugolobi, Mutungo, even farther than that, you can just place your order and she'll definitely deliver to you. We shall be sharing her contacts later on as we wind up. And so, tell us about how you manage to keep yourself up and about, because I'm sure you spend a lot of time here. You spend most of your days here. But as a person, how do you take care of yourself? How do you nurture yourself? How do you keep Merab being afloat?
Most Sundays, I make sure I get time to rest. I really, really rest. Like after doing the washing, I do the resting. Maybe like take time off to meditate upon the week, what has happened, what can I change. Some of my kids, I talk to them maybe what happened, what went wrong.
Yeah.
Like here, I use Sunday. I utilize my Sunday so well.
Oh, I see that. Wow,
Yeah, that's when I do the plaiting of my hair. That's when I do on Sunday.
So Sunday is your day. And in terms of food, sleep, physical exercise, because I believe that's important for every human being.
Sure,
just as spirituality is important, just as finances are important, just as your mind being at peace is important, and just as relating with other people is equally significant. Do not forget your physical. Do not forget your physical capital, people. It's very important. And this is why I'm actually seeking to ask Merab how she keeps up, because many people tend to think that having a physically fit body is expensive. People always say fitness is expensive, eating healthy meals is expensive. But I want to find out from Merab what she does, how she lives her life, and how she takes care of herself to let you know that it's very possible, no matter what level you're at, because at the end of the day, it's your body that keeps you going. So actually tell us what you do. Are there special things that you do?
I eat fruits.
You eat fruits?
I make sure at least in a week I eat 4 times like fruits. I make sure that I eat fruits, cucumber, avocado. Like I make sure it is in my meal. I really, really love cucumber so much. So so as I do the kachumbari the other side for the nyama choma. I help myself with the kachumbari. So I eat actually salad.
Yeah, I eat a lot of salad. Yeah, that's great.
And I take a lot of water.
Water is literally life. Water is life. In as much as we say that statement in fasting, water is life. So hydrating, I believe, is a very important part of our days, and many of us ignore it because we feel like we're too busy. But if Merab has the time amidst her busy day, then so do you. Merab, I believe that we've about come to the end of this session with you. If we don't take up so much of her time, she's busy, yeah? But before we leave, we're going to have some safaris and Rolexes and probably send me too. Her stall is right opposite Kitintale Market, and her contact, she's going to share her contacts. What are your contacts? How can somebody get to you if they'd like to get to you?
I have an MTN number.
Yes.
And it is 0775 34 632 26.
As you've heard, the number is 0775 34 62 26. I got that right? Yeah, nange nasoma. So I ate fish as a child. But thank you so much for your time, Merab. Thank you for letting us in on your personal life, things that you've been through, things that you've experienced, things that you experience from day to day. As she said, God is really the cornerstone of everything. So whatever your hustle is, whatever point you're at in your life, your dreams are valid. Do not give up. Keep going. Keep pushing. And I hope our story has inspired you. for a better tomorrow. Thank you for watching Lifestyles. Until next time, bye-bye. But for now, we'll show you a sneak peek into what Merab does best.